All right, and joining me today is Charalampos Grigoriou, who fights Chad Anheliger at UFC Vegas 88. That fight is on March 16th. So, Charalampos, I wanted to start here. At one point in time in your career, we were talking about you as a regional guy, 4-3 with your record, like not really on the best run of all time. Fast forward, not really even that long, and we're talking about you about to make your UFC debut. How wild is that for you, being that it was a turnaround, for a lot of people that wouldn't see coming?
Look, it's actually it's funny because today we had the same conversation at the gym with Ray, and I said to him, I remember myself when I was 4-1 and I was trying to sign with the UFC, and it didn't happen, and then I got two losses back to back, and I think the two losses, it was the best lesson, man. For me, because I knew if I would sign with the UFC when I was 4-1, I don't think I will be in the UFC now. So uh, I like it, and I'm glad that I got the two losses because it made me like wiser, um, mentally stronger. And here I am today. I'm in the UFC, and can't wait for my UFC debut.
Absolutely. And I'm going to ask you a little bit about being mentally tougher there. Was there a time after those two losses where, like maybe self doubt crept in, or was it just, now I've seen these really hard times, time to get to work, and you were stronger than ever pretty much right away?
Yeah, of course. Actually, my last loss from Christian Rodriguez, um, I wasn't mentally. I was bad even in the fight, and I knew that I'm gonna lose even days before the fight. So my mentality was bad. So when I got the loss, but then I was very bad, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna fight anymore. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna take a break, um, because I was so hungry to side with the UFC. Um, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna take a couple months break, and then I'm gonna make one more run for the UFC. And I think it helped the break that I took, and now mentally I'm like to the moon, man.
That's awesome. Now, you obviously mentioned the mental side seems to have been the biggest hurdle for you at that time. Do you feel like that was pretty much it, that we just had to get over some sort of mental hurdle? Or do you feel like obviously there was some physical things that you needed to fix as well?
Yes, physical too, you know. Uh Today I'm in a different level, man. I'm a new fighter, and you will see March 16th, you will see even a new version from the Contender Series. All right, I didn't show much in the Contender Series because I finished the fight like really fast. Um, I don't know if you're gonna see like much in this fight also, but trust me, man. I'm in a new level, and I trust myself. I trust my preparation, my coaches, my teammates, and I'm going for the knockout, man.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Now, I wanted to ask you too in there because you mentioned the name Ray. You mentioned the name Ray Longo. I've always got to ask when somebody's Ray Longo trained for some Ray Longo stories because, everybody interacts with him a different way, but he's one of the most entertaining guys in the sport right now. So give me a little bit of insight. What's it like working with Ray Longo for you and your personality?
Look, Ray, he's we always have we always having fun with Ray. Uh, he makes me laugh all the time. And I enjoy train with him. We are very close, especially in a fight camp. Every day we are together. We stay in touch on the phone. Anything I need, and I enjoy it today. Actually, yesterday he said, Pabos, I'm so tired. I don't want to see you anymore. I said to him, I said to him, you're gonna see me for the rest of your life. So
Oh,
uh and I'm so happy that I have Ray. He's a great mentor. I learned so much from him, and I'm gonna make him proud, man. I'm gonna make him proud March 16th.
I love that. Now, I wanted to ask you too. You mentioned in that Cameron Smotherman fight, you didn't take too long, right? It was a 60-second fight, and they probably could have stopped it a little earlier if they
Yeah.
wanted to. You've now been waiting almost 7 months to make this debut, and I can't imagine you took very much damage in that fight. Was this part of the plan? Did the fight offer just not come fast enough for you? What sort of took us this much time to get you in there?
Look, I wanted to fight earlier, man. After my fight, the Contender Series, I went to Cyprus, okay, for 2 weeks. I came back and I was looking to fight. Um, so I wanted to fight January. I could. I wanted to fight even November in Madison Square Garden. Um, anyway, it didn't happen. Everything for a reason. But even now, March 16th, when my original opponent got injured, they said, if you want, you can wait until May to fight him. I'm like, no way, no way. So I want to fight now, and then I want to fight in May again.
I like that. Now, you mentioned not wanting to wait any longer. So obviously, you don't want to wait after March 16th. But I got to ask, 2 weeks after that, there's a fight card basically in your backyard. Was it a little bit of a bummer that you didn't get the Atlantic City card, that you didn't get to fight close to home?
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to, but when my first opponent pulled out, they said they're gonna find me replacement even m either match 16 or Atlantic City. And I said to my manager, you know what? I don't really care. I think it's better for me to fight at the Apex for my first fight, for my UFC fight, because I wanna see how it is. I want to get used to it first. Yes, I fought in the Contender Series, but now it's a UFC fight. So I don't want to go in a big arena and have the pressure of the crowd. You know what I mean? So I don't care. Give me fights, and I don't care where it is.
Well, I like that. I like the idea of easing in there. So, the person you're going to quote unquote ease it in there on is Chad Anheliger, who's a guy who he likes to throw hands, right? And that's probably the most exciting part of this matchup. So, when they did come to you and said, this is the replacement, this is the guy we want to put in there for you, what did you think of Chad Anheliger and the stylistic matchup that he brings?
Look, I said yes right away. Actually, Chad Anheliger was the third option. And I said yes to everybody because I wanted to fight. So yes, I like the matchup because I know that he's tough. He likes to throw, but everybody likes to throw. But and until they find somebody who throws more and harder. So I don't know if Chad he's gonna stay in front of me. Uh, if he wants, he can try. But look, I'm so confident in everywhere, man. Wrestling, grappling, striking. So I like him because he's tough. But I don't know if he's tough enough for me.
All right. Well, you pretty much led me right to my final question. I love to end these things by asking for a prediction. So, how's this one go down March 16th?
I'm gonna go for a knockout for sure. I always go for a knockout. Um, Look, if there are only two options, if I don't finish him, and I think I'm gonna finish him, especially in the first round, I'm gonna dominate the whole fight. There is no other option. So, yeah.
I love it. And you heard it here first, folks. This has been Charalampos Grigoriou, who fights Chad Anheliger at UFC Vegas 88. Once again, that fight, March 16th. Charalampos, thank you so much for the time, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.